Hey there, happy Sunday. I'm live because I need a break. I've been like working since I got up. Laundry, watering plants, um, cleaning windows. What else I've been doing? Like all kinds of stuff, more than I can probably even name. Prepping for making my white chicken chili. Got my beans. I got them kind of well. I'm basically gonna just. I think I'm just gonna rinse them. I'm washing them basically, because I'm gonna do them in my the. I think I'm cooking this in the electric pressure cooker, and so I don't really need to soak them. But I'm kind of just. I got them sitting in the water just because I need a break, and I've been running around this morning, and I need a break. I also actually practiced my piano a little bit. I finally found a piece that, like, one of the pieces that I had left off um, learning when before my piano conked out, and actually while I was still taking those lessons, and so I still got notes from the teacher on there. And I was actually basically I could play it. I was like almost like recital ready for it, and now I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I have to relearn it all over again because, like, what it's been, um 9 years or something like that, I think. So anyway, so we'll get there. Hey, Lori, afternoon to you. Why do I have these here? This is actually another thing I was doing. I have, it's a long standing, like, in between things. I keep working on this. I have a lot of containers that I save because I use them like when I'm making quick pickles or making hair products, DIY hair products, and all that other kind of stuff. So I've been sorting through those to see what to keep, what to throw away, and to try and get them consolidated because I always had the habit when I clean containers, I when I save them, I wash them out really good. I let them air out, and then I put them in like things by use, by how I'm going to use them. I group them that way in boxes, and then when that box is full, I label the box and I put it away. And then at some point I go and look at all those boxes that are put away, and I toss some things, and whatever. If I have too many of one, or then I know I don't need to save any more of these because I got a bunch of them. But since my husband's retired, he's home a lot, and he tries to do what I do without asking me what I'm doing. And so things are just all together. He's got clean containers that had cleaning supplies mixed with containers that have hair supplies mixed with containers that had food in them, which that grosses me out. Even though they're clean containers, it still grosses me out. And I need to have these separated the way that I use them. And by the way, I'm looking at this and like, oh my gosh, this was a really good gelato. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find it again. They don't seem to be carrying gelatos, all the flavors I like I want them. Why do I have these here? Because I'm putting my pencils that I've been working in these because I don't have lids for these. And I'm debating, like, okay, will they work as a good temporary stash for pencils or no? Because if it's a knob, they're going in the recycle. Because I ain't got time for stuff that I don't need and don't ever plan to use and aren't useful to me. So, um, and that's just nail file. That doesn't belong there. This doesn't belong there either. So there's another thing. Let me get the space in order. These are pens. For now, they're going there, but that's not really where they go. Okay, so they stand up, so that's good. I need a system for how I deal with this stuff because I don't like having all these pencils not in the place where they belong. And I need a system that's easy and quick because, I do, you know, too much stuff. I'm too busy to. Oh, that I just had a bean from my bean bag that showed itself. I gotta sew this up. I can't find another one of these. It came through there. I'm gonna have to. I'm wondering. I need to find a. I need some self-sticking, like a self-sticking patch or something on this. Preferably like a fabric one to keep these beans from coming out of here. I cannot find another wrist rest like this, and this is my favorite. I mean, this has lasted me a really long time. What makes this? I think I searched for it. It's called hand. What did it say? Hand something. I can't read it. Can I read it on camera? Hand handstands? Handstand. I can't even read it. That's how old it is, I guess. I need to find another one though, because now I tried to sew it up, but I guess more beans are coming out. Good morning, Yaya. Hope you are doing well. And so, anyway, blah 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 blah. So that is standing up in here. These are the pencils I've been using. Part of them I used them on the Fat Octopus page, but now I'm also using them on that page, day 18 of Lent. So I don't want to put them away until I'm done with that Lent page. So, which hopefully will be soon. I kind of feel like I'm ready to switch out and use a different set of pencils, but I have to get my pages done that I was coloring in it with first. So, okay, so what, hey Jill, afternoon to ya. Hope you're doing well. I was watching the other day. I was watching one of your old lives with your girls. I know you were in the background because I heard you laughing, and that was making me laugh. The two of you, kind of like on the brink of laughing and kind of giggling, had me giggling. Where she was doing some challenge with the snackables. Oh my gosh, that was so cute, and it's so cute to see her from 5 years ago, knowing where she is now. That's a blessing. Anyway, so da, 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 da. I have this hashtag in my description here, Hannah Colors, because I wanted to show these pages. I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm always on the lookout now for free coloring pages, especially since I'm not. I'm really picky now about paper, and so there's a lot of things like I don't even want to buy a book if I don't know what that paper is like. Because if I get that book and the paper is caca, I feel like I wasted my money because I can't get a good scan at home yet. Um, and I'm not willing to buy another printer right now just so I can get a good scan because the way technology keeps changing, I may wind up just like I did with our other printer that's downstairs, that it works perfectly fine, but I cannot get, there's no, if there is still a cartridge in the market available, it costs more than the printer costs because they no longer make that printer all of a sudden. And it's not an old printer. So it's like I'm not putting myself in that position again. As much as I want a wide, what do you call it, a wide whatever printer, that also has scanning capabilities, I'm not spending that money yet for that. I'm gonna live with what I got. So anyway, blah 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 blah. Um, So these pages are from Hannah Nguyen, and it's from hannahcoloring.com. And what because I signed up for her newsletter, I was sent, a link to these PDFs. So um, she says post your colored versions on Instagram and tag my account, or use my hashtag Hannah Coloring. I don't really use my Instagram much. It just kind of bugs me, but I don't know if there's a time where I might wind up doing that. But I just think a lot of her pictures are cute and they're free. I like free. So let me see. What is this? This must be the. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that. Sorry for the shadow. I don't. My lighting is always messed up. I don't know how to make it better. Ugh. Does that help? Not really. Hey, Vibrant. Happy Sunday. Who else did I see? Did I miss anybody? Hopefully. Oh, Amy. Happy Sunday, Amy. I said hi to you this time instead of going right into talking about everything and like everything. Okay. So these pictures are from Hannah. Get the name right. I say Hannah Colors is what I keep calling it. Is that what it is? I think it is Hannah. Oh, it says Hannah Coloring. Hannah Coloring. HannahColoring.com. And she has an H, two H's in her Hannah. So this page is so cute with the little toys. Okay, there's some tiny coloring there, but I think I can manage because the page is cute. So I'm not mad at it. I'm still not getting a wide enough picture like I want. Oh, and I have to show you something else. I have ordered because I was looking for a pencil case like this. I wanted one that's like this thing that it's really old. I got it from some little shop somewhere when I was somewhere, I don't know, some little boutique, and I don't even know what this is called, but I love this. And so I went looking on the internet yesterday for a standing pencil holder. I can't find anything like this, and I don't know what this thing is called. So I'm kind of, I don't know if I could find more and I could find them that were bigger, wider or whatever. I would love that. Because it's really nice. It's decorative and it stands up, and um, but I couldn't find one, so I actually but I was searching and searching. I couldn't let it go because I think that's something that will solve part of my problem, and it'll be nicer than this. And I also want something that has a cover, so like no dust or anything gets inside or whatever. And so I'm going to share what I did find something, and it's not exactly what I want, but it does seem really useful. Well, they're coming on 2 different days. That's kind of weird. Anyway, and then as I thought about it, I actually wound up buying two because I thought, you know what? I really think if it's not good for this, it's going to be good for something else. And I really, um, it's nice that it also will travel with you. And let me show you the thing. I'm trying to get the link right now. Um, it's really pretty. I hope it looks as I hope. Well, when I get it, I'll show you. So, and one I bought two of them. One I'm supposed to get on Tuesday. The other one I'm supposed to get on Wednesday. So it seems like it's something you also could maybe like if you crochet or knit. Like if you knit mittens, with the short needles, the four or five sets of needles, those kind of things, seems like that would fit in there as well. Makeup brushes, it seems like that would fit in there as well. But let me paste the link. That's the link to it, and it's called a stand pencil case. And it's oval. So I'm going to put the name in there too. That's all that it's called. Stand pencil case. Took a lot of searching even for me. I mean, it came up with a bunch like this, but it kept coming up even though I said I wanted it to be vertical and I wanted it to be standing. They kept showing me things that were laying down and, have a lift up top or slide off top, and it's like that is not what I'm looking for. I'd said vertical standing. This still just shows you what you want. What it wants to. I kind of have that same problem. I don't know that I really keep my Alexa active or on. I don't really use it a whole lot. Most of the time, it just gets on my nerve anyway. But every once in a while, when I'm in the kitchen, I'll ask it for something like a measurement or something like that. And the other day, I asked it for what did I ask it for? I asked it for a soup that had chicken and cabbage in it because I never heard of chicken and cabbage really being together. But I was trying to figure out what to make for dinner at that time, and it kept giving me this one. It kept giving me a recipe for cabbage soup that had no chicken in it, and I asked it like 3 times, and it did the same thing. And I finally just said, "Alexa, shut up." So I was aggravated. Sorry, I was just aggravated because I was like, "I can't believe you're doing it." That's why I don't use you, because you just gather information on me and then you give me stupid answers on top of it. Like, really? I'm not letting you know any more about me than you already know. That's my word for Alexa and everything else. I'm getting a little upset with technology lately, in case you hadn't noticed. I'm getting very, uh, when you can't trust the hands, you can't trust the people who are involved in it, who have major impact on it, then I no longer trust what they make. You know, and that's kind of in the mood I'm in. But anyway, back to the coloring. So this is the first page, and she's got on the bottom her. I was surprised how many pages it came with. The free coloring. This is like a coloring book. It's a whole coloring book, and like the last few pages are actually not cardstock. So yeah, it's pretty thick. I know I could count how many pictures there are in there, and I could look at my PDF file, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Okay, so there's this one. Now wait a minute, is he lying down? Why is he lying down in the? Why is the elephant lying down in his? Whatever. Don't ask. Just don't ask. Oh, is it? No, don't ask. There's this one. Oh, freaking cute. It's like a kitty house. It's a kitty restaurant. Little cats having tea. That's a fat cat. Oh, having coffee. It says it right there. 2 little coffee beans. This one. You are what? Stranger than you think? Am I? Ooh, child, we're in trouble then. It's pretty. I like her illustrations, and they're hand drawn. So that's another thing that I really like. I really like hand drawn pages. Not that other ones aren't great too, but my preference is hand drawn pages, unless the illustration is really like wow, or it's something else about the illustration that I like. But let's just say your vibe attracts your tribe. Oh, that's cool. This is like one you'd color and put in a frame or something. Really zhuzh it up. Use paint and stuff on it. Acrylic markers, sparkles, washi tape. Throw the whole thing at it. Maybe I'll try and do that with this one. Um, this one, I really like this. I was thinking this is what made me print out the whole thing today when I looked at it. It's like, oh, this is really pretty. It's different. It has a little bit of a, you know, Johanna Basford feel to it. Little rapids in the clouds. And this one looks like Mr. Peabody from Bullwinkle and Friends. Ooh, would this be for practicing reflective thingies? Maybe. This one, that's cute. This gives me that Johanna Basford feel. Like, what is it, like in World of Wonder? All those. It's a page I still have to finish, actually, that has all those little jars. No, I like this. Very simple. The lines are big enough where I won't freak out. It's not so tiny. Kind of mandala-esque. Yeah, so there's some things about her, like the page previously and this one, both remind me of like Johanna Basford. Things that she's tried and done. Things that I probably should try drawing. Like, not the really intricate ones, but ones that are simpler, like this. I could do it if I put my mind to it, but like I don't really have time to sit in my artistic brain like that. So, food page. Another food page. Sushi. French fries and a big tomato. Those French fries, or maybe they're carrot sticks. Carrot sticks. This one. Seems like there's a lot you could do in the background on this one. Okay, then these are like, she's got variety. This is, what's this one called? Beauty in Darkness. Mm. Well, I appreciate the intricacy of these. I don't necessarily like, I don't like the subject matter, but I like this one though. Face. I love the lines in it. So, ooh, chow. That's interesting. Must be, I don't know, she must have a book. She's got it underlined here. From Beauty and Darkness, so it must be something that she's published in, like, a book you pay for. This is, it says copyright 2022, so you might want to look for that if you like these images. Yeah, not down with this, although I love the line work. But yeah, I could do without the subject matter. Of course, I love the books. I love books in real life. I like this frame and the mushrooms on the outside. And that's from another coloring book that it looks like she may have published. Here's another one. So, like I said, it's kind of nice to see that, her range in handwork is really nice, I think, to see. Poor elephant. This is from Adorable Creepy Monsters, which I probably wouldn't buy that either, because that reminds me of Camellia Dorico. it's not it's not into that. Poor thing. Look at it. These are on regular paper, which kind of happened accidentally, because I didn't realize my printer was done printing and I put my regular paper back in there. But I don't mind it because these are not these last ones are not ones that I really would want to color anyway. But at least I have the whole book together. So what am I gonna color now? I know I have a mandala I should color. Or I might want to color one of these. And I need to it's 10. Yeah, I don't want no creepy nothing. We got enough creepy going on in real life. Who needs to color creepy? Let's see. That might be a good time to finish that mandala. Try to pull this stuff down without everything coming down. Where's this mandala from? I printed it from somewhere. Oh, that might have been that. Did I write it on the back? I didn't write it on the back. Ooh, all my business underneath there. I need to file that away. With it. Still thinking about this picture. I'm almost thinking about putting acrylic marker on here, but then that's going to totally take me somewhere else. I can color a new mandala. Okay, there it is. This is the one I was working on. That I thought I was going to finish the last mandala Monday, and I didn't. I could do it now. And I also have this one. That's kind of stressing me out looking at it right now, though. I need simplicity. Another face. I could do another face. I kind of feel like a face. Want something calming. These grayscale mandalas, oh my gosh, I don't like them at all. Not at all. There's the face. She's so pretty. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling that. I might be coloring that this week. I don't know what to do with this page. It felt like a whole lot of work using the Inktense with this. Even though I like the result, it just felt like I don't know if I enjoyed the process so much. I don't know. And I still gotta finish it because I need to fix that. And I'm not in the mood. Haven't been in the mood yet. And I'm feeling like I want to add more pencil to it. And then I'm feeling like, well, why did you bother to use the Inktense if you're going to do that? I don't know. So I'm thinking about it before I do anything else with it. Maybe I should just finish my Lent page. This is where I got in it so far. Sorry to take up so much time not even coloring. But this is where I got with it so far. I'm actually almost done with it. I probably should finish it because then I can put those pencils away. And where are those? Where to put them? I see them when I'm not looking for them. And when I'm looking for them, I don't see them. Why does that happen? Taylor Made! How you doing? Happy Sunday! Oh. Oh, they're right next to me. I was looking at these and thinking, do I want to use... You know what? Oh, this copper. Whatever this is. I think I want to use this. You know what? I need to move my keyboard so I can move this up there. So yeah, my plan is to make. Well, I'm already on the road for making the white chili today. I'm thawing out a chicken breast and gotta cut my beans. Basically, they're soaking, but it should be rinsing. But like whatever, however it turns out, it turns out. Okay, so let me move these because I'll let them use last. So I lost an hour today, which is all right. It's like whatever. With the spring forward. So pencil, really, all I have to do is in here and here. And I got to do the. So what is this? This is called metallic red orange. Really? Is that what it is? Let's see. I feel like just going in. I'm not so good with these things because I don't know. I feel like I'm not so good with these things. Like I don't know. I feel like I need something like they would do like in art class where they would give you like a project that was kind of like foundational where you could figure out how the medium works, and then they'd move on to things where you really are, using them in particular ways. I feel like I need that with all of my art supplies because I really, I'm always just kind of fumbling, like trying to figure out how to do stuff while I'm working on the page because I don't want to waste the material doing you know, a bunch of testing out, but I feel like I kind of just contradicted myself, but or maybe these come across differently when you see things other people have done with them online, with the gel sticks. Maybe the whole screen image makes it look like it's different from what I've done, and it really isn't. Uh, okay, I thought that was going to be more brown. Yeah, and you're the one that got me started. You and Just Read My Book. You got me started on that white chili. It's like I couldn't get it out of my mind because I was saying white chili, like I was like, mm. And I've always heard about it. And it's like, what good is that? But um, it got me thinking about it, and I was looking for some recipes, and I think I found one that I like. Well, I found one that I like. I like the look of. You don't add any cream cheese or anything like that to it. You actually use the beans to make the creaminess of it. So that was up my alley because it's like for me, chili is like a very like kind of it's a very I think of it as very healthy, especially because like I will put sometimes I will put other vegetables maybe that you don't normally put in there, but I will kind of grind it up like as a into like a sofrito with like peppers and everything so that there's more vegetables in it than you even know because you don't see them. They're just in and seasoning the whole chili along with everything else. I'll hide vegetables and everything. And I wonder if I want to glow around them. So I was like, how am I going to do that with a white chili? And what makes a white chili white? And it's like, I don't want to be adding milk or ew, that just made me want to vomit just thinking of it. Sorry. I don't want to be adding milk or anything to it. The only thing milk I want with it is maybe sour cream at the end, but I don't even really do that with my chili. I'll do that if I make loaded nachos from the chili. And even then, I'm usually just happy with the avocado and I don't need the um it's gonna be too orange. This isn't what is this? This isn't peach. I don't know what color I want in there. Do I want a white? What would that do? I feel like I want something. I don't know. Let's just keep doing it and see what happens. I can probably go over it with another color somehow, some way to turn it. Yeah, so this one just uses the beans, the white beans, to make it creamy, and I like that idea. So the only thing I don't know is like, okay, so like, am I gonna have to hold some beans back and like puree them to add to it later, maybe? Which I might do to make sure I have the creamy consistency. Because if I don't have the creamy consistency, I'm gonna be mad. Because I feel like I need something to substitute for tomato paste, and so I'm gonna use the beans as a substitute for that. And but they got to be doing what I need to do. Yeah, a lot of those recipes I was pulling up were saying, "Oh, add cream cheese." I'm like, "No, no, add cream cheese, add heavy cream, add." Like to me, that defeats the purpose of chili. I'm not about that add dairy life in that way. Not with my chili. If I'm making a chowder, that's one thing, but not with my chili. Not with my chili. Ooh. And I'm also trying to think of something else to make with pizza dough. It could be savory or sweet. It could be dessert or main course. Just because I want to do something different, and because I'm kind of afraid of my new um, pizza stone. I started thinking all kinds of things about it today or last night in my sleep. Like, like I got better things to be thinking about. And I'm thinking, well, what if there's like, because I kept trying to look and see, like, well, what, like, what is it made of? And, like, I don't know, just thinking about a lot of stuff. Because the other one I had was from Pampered Chef. And I kind of trust Pampered Chef, and it was clay. It looked clay. right? So like it was no big deal. But this one happens to be white. I'm like, why is it white? That threw me off. And then I'm thinking, well, are there any like carcinogens or anything in whatever they made this thing? I don't know. I'm thinking all kinds of weird things. I think I'm just in a real I don't trust people mode. I don't trust institutions or companies or nothing. They're all suspect to me right now. In a very just I don't know. I just feel like our society has done such a big backward thing now that I'm like I don't trust nobody. I'm side eyeing everybody. Not you all though. I mean like institutions and companies and things. Unless I know the people and at least they give, decent evidence about, their standards and whatever that you know what I mean, and have a proven record. I'm looking at everybody as sus. So you just want my money because it seems to be the mentality that a lot of things are in right now. They just want your money. And it's like we ain't got more to give these days, so you better prove it to me that it's worth me spending it on you. On you. And now that it's been warm and the snow's melting, and I'm looking at my garden, I'm looking at my yard, and I'm thinking, we really need to have a real garden this year. And I don't know. I'm thinking, so Lord, where am I going to get the energy for that? I can't do what I did 10 years ago. And we don't have the dogs we had 10 years ago. So now we've got critters in the yard. The dogs and cats to keep the critters out the yard. And so, um, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I want something else as a glow underneath there, but to kind of bring it more into balance to the bottom of here, to this part. But I don't know what that would be. Yeah, so whereas I thought I just wanted to grow beans, now I'm looking at like everything and thinking, we really need to like grow tomatoes so I can and zucchini and I can make some zucchini pickles and more herbs so I can make my oils and dry them and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Just I can do it. That's the thing. I know I can do all that stuff, but I can plant all this stuff. The problem is keeping the critters away from the stuff when you're growing it. And that's a whole thing that I have, that's not my stilo, that part. And I try to get my husband in that mode because he's the I don't know what you say, like the mechanical and construction and that kind of thing. But it's I don't think he always understands the objective. And I don't feel like doing a bunch of research on garden weaponry. I'm just not in the mood for that. So I don't know. So it's kind of like a challenge for me to to plant, but plant so that everything can be like in a raised bed. Everything can be grow in the center so that the gate we put up around it, um the deer can't get through it. I don't know. Which means we have to plant less. Everything has to be right in the center. So I have to make a plan. And he's already got garlic in the. There's already garlic in the beds that he planted in the fall. I think he did it. I think he did it all on one end. I think. So, hey Lee, happy Sunday. I wonder, purple? I have purple out. That would be kind of wild. Kind of wild. I do have it out. I'm going to do purple and. Do I want dark purple? I don't think I've ever really. Yeah, it doesn't look like I use this very much. Ooh, I got it in the finger. I should commit. I'm gonna use purple. So it's today's the 8th. Yeah, it's like next week is spring break. Like, uh-oh. We're halfway through this joint. I got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to be doing a lot this week, I think. So that... It's surprising that I haven't used this purple that much. Probably trying to restrain myself so I don't run out of it. I'm kind of thinking that groundhog was wrong. It's sure looking like it. Because didn't it say we were gonna have 6 weeks more winter? Okay, like around here, it can snow in June. Unfortunately, I have seen that here a couple times. Which my hometown is further west of the lake. Never in June. May, June, yeah, it happens here. No, not June. Sorry, not June. May. Sorry, I meant May, not June. So we did see some snow in May a couple times over the past 10 years, which I was just like, no, why am I here? Get me out of here. It's supposed to be safe after April. Kind of like that. So maybe do white on the other side, but then what do I do in this part? Hold on 1 second. There's this game that I don't know when I started playing it. But it was before 2015, and I recently started playing it again, and it was kind of amazing. All my stuff's still there, and I remember I had done kind of a cleanup in the game because I think it was before my eye surgery. That's what it was. And I couldn't play the game anymore because I could only play it on my phone. And, phones were little back then, the little screens. And I was like, no, I can't do that. So I didn't go back to it, and I kind of forgot it was here. And then a few, maybe a month or two ago, I went back to it and started playing it again because I can actually put it on my computer screen, which is where I'm playing it right now. It's called Empire and Puzzles, and all my stuff was still there. Um, so I just started playing it again, but it's interesting to see how many things have changed since I left. And I had a really strong team, but at this point now they have another level of heroes in it and everything that it's like, okay, now I'm in the middle. I'm not at the top, I'm in the middle. But I'm just playing it casually. And you know how they have alliances and stuff in these games, teams, alliances, whatever, guilds, all that kind of stuff. I'm in a good one that's really kind of low key and helpful, and so I can just kind of coast. I don't have to participate in the wars, which I will when I can, but like during when school's going on, I can't. I can't rely on being here on those days. So I just got to go in here and I gotta hit the big boss. I wish I could like. Is there a way I can do that? Hold on one second. Let me see if I can do that. This is supposed to be coloring, but now if I had my OBS set up, if I knew how to set that up, I would be able to. Oh, wait a minute. I do have this. I have my other. I would be able to show you the. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah. And see, this is my thing. Like with one of my frustrations with being on camera or having things on camera or even going live and having coloring on camera is quality control. I am a stickler for things being perfect, and I can't do that with this stuff. That's like a whole full-time job, and I don't know. I have to find out all this stuff on my own, and I get frustrated just at the thought. Okay, that's not gonna work. I thought it would. It's not gonna. Oops. Let's do this. Hold on. I forgot. I was like, you're on camera. How do I turn it off? I don't even know. Can I turn it off without um I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe I'll figure it out another time or have it set up that way. But yeah, tons of I don't know. I don't know when I guess 2007 must be maybe where I started playing a lot of games. And started playing a lot of games where you were in like with different guilds and stuff, and um, actually made like some friends from there. And in our group, there's actually some people that got married that lived in different countries. It's like that kind of intense. Um, Yeah, it was really interesting. I don't know if it's so much like that now. I felt like we had a sense of community in games that I don't know that it really I don't know if that exists in the same way now. Maybe it does, but some of those people have like since they passed away, which is really sad. But it's life. But I guess in a way it's a lot like, it's a lot like YouTube now, where people, meet and decide they want to hang out with each other. And went in here and did everything except the main thing I need to do, which is hit the Titan. Hit the Titan. Oh, it's 11. Shoot. Hold on. Oh, don't do that. Hit the wrong button. Might be I only need to hit once and then go. Because they might not want us to. Yeah. 11 Titan is an escape. Okay, so I can hit once and go. I can even hit once and just go back to coloring. I could put it on auto, couldn't I? Can I put it on auto? Yeah, I got it on auto. So it'll do it itself. Because it doesn't matter. I'm only going to hit once. Okay. Back to coloring. Is the sun coming out? It might be coming out. So it was a good day for me to clean some windows because it was dreary this morning. Ooh, that's not going on like I wanted to. Yeah, I gotta move the page around. I can't see. Scribble. I played Farmville. I used to play that. Oh my gosh, let's see if we can make a list of the games that I've played. I played the first and this might have been the first game I played. I don't remember, but it might be. I played the first whatever you call it, the first version of Ebony. I played that. That was really interesting because back then you could actually swallow up somebody's entire city. That was wild. I can't remember how we did that, but you could actually do that, which was crazy. Take it over and then swallow it up, and then it belonged to you, and the other person didn't have one anymore. That was kind of like a move that you didn't use without authority telling you could. You too, Jill. Yeah, I need to do that too. Kind of trying to give the chicken enough time to thaw where I can kind of slice it. I think I kind of want to slice it thin. So I want it to be kind of frozen still too. So I'm just going to use white in this part. I don't want to use peach. I could try and approach this weird color. You can't see it in the corner here. This color. Or should I just use blue? I use that blue a lot though. I feel like I use that blue too much. I could use the other purple. Light purple. I'm just going to do purple. So I played Ebony, the first version of Ebony, and then I played, what was it called? Was it called Cabam? Cabam? Which is a weird name for a game now that I think about it. But it was like Ebony, where you had the guilds and you got archers and ballistas and all these medieval weapons that you had to build. I played Cesare, which I found out later because Ebony put a lawsuit against Sesame that the game was too much like Ebony, but it looks totally different, so I couldn't understand why they did that. But I think in the second configuration of Ebony, it looks like Sesame. And I don't know if it was like some of the writers, the programmers of the game or something went from one company to another or something. And so that's how that wound up, the code or whatever wound up being used by Sesame. I used to love that game because it was kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, like, there's a, I know there's a mode or whatever given to types of games, but it was kind of like an NPC-ish kind of game, and so um, more so than the original Ebony. But I liked it. I don't know. Plus, you kind of like learned some things about the Roman Empire while you were doing it. And I was playing Farmville. I was playing at the same time, probably. Then those other fast kind of games, like just casual kind of games like Candy Crush, Zuma. I used to love that game. With it's supposed to be like from the Aztec, something Aztec, with the little balls and the holes. And I think it's still around, that game, but I don't know who sponsors it or whatever. Okay, I like that with the purple. So do I want to do that with the purple also? Or do I think I will. Candy Crush Soda Saga. Um, I played a lot of MMO RPGs, like League of Angels. Um, this one game called, I think it was called Romany, which I think that entire game just kind of disappeared. I was playing on platforms like oh, what was it? I can't even remember some of them. But I was really into those MMORPGs a lot. And I think a lot of why I liked them was the illustration style. I was totally drawn to that. And I think that's why I play the Empire and Puzzles is for that. Plus I like that the Empires and Puzzles is kind of like a combination of um it's a combination of playing a game like Candy Crush and also playing an MMORPG. Where you got to attack things, build things, and all that kind of jazz. So, but I keep thinking, like, what is this thing with gaming? Why is it so attractive? I think it gives you a sense of accomplishing something when you're really not. I think that's the attraction to it. And it seems like it's a way to relax the brain, but sometimes it can also get you hyped up too. So, uh, Ew, my finger got colors in my finger. I need to get it off. Get it off. Get it off. What time is it? Let's see. 1:35. Give myself until 2 o'clock. And then I need to go and start my dinner. So when I do it, I'm going to quick, like, throw things in a pot and then. Although I might need to. I don't know how I'm going to do those beans. I got to figure out how I'm doing that. The timing of it. Okay. So I can put these back. I think I'm missing a gel stick out of this case. Let me see. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to cook. And then I got to do work. So I think I'm going to watch a movie while I do that. Yeah, see, here's a whole box full of pencils. These are mostly Derwents, though. So, stray marker there, which actually this case is right next to me. Can you put it right there? Put it back now. Is there another one in here? Some Prismas in here. I really am feeling like using my Prismas. Kind of in the mood. Ouch. Oh, that hurt. That wasn't smart. Okay. Put these guys away. Ouch. I was thinking since I got up this morning about watching one of the French films I put in my watch list on Prime Video. I was going to do that while I folded clothes, but I folded the clothes so fast there wasn't even time to do that. It's like this is not an all-day thing. This is quick. So I could do that while I work on work stuff. So what color are we making this? On the side. Why do we want to do more purple? Doesn't matter. It's my page. I can do what I want to. And I can do my short. I did get my books last night. I still have to look at that French chart, grammar, language chart. What color do I want on that side? Is that the one I used? Put blue over there. And I realized that it looks like that jazz exercise and etudes book that I got. That I thought like kind of it looks like it's actually by Oscar Peterson, which is like I was like, whoa, okay, I can get with that. And I started playing in that a little bit yesterday just to get a feel for how it's arranged and how the exercises are, how they're arranged, and how to fit that in with my whole what I need to learn. And I kind of need to sit down and make a plan somehow. What to practice on what days. and how long. And I thought, well, my goal is going to be, well, I'm trying to get to where I was when I left off playing, being able to play, because like I couldn't play my piano that I had before because it just basically there were keys on it that wouldn't work, and trying to play pieces and your keys don't work, that's like useless. It's forget it. Don't it's So it's even taken a while for me to figure out where I left off, because now I just found this one piece by I guess is it by Bergmuller called Tarantelle, and that's the one I was saying that like that was towards the end of me having lessons, and so I had the instructors were actually helping me with it, and I got like notes in there from them and markings from them, and I was close to recital ready for that, and I couldn't remember. I remembered the song, but I couldn't remember who wrote it, what book it was in that I had, or anything, and I happened to find it last night. Um, happenstance. So now that's on my list. I need to finish. I need to play those. I need to be able to play those two Bach pieces flawlessly, beginning to end, with the included repeats. I need to be able to do that, and I'm not there. It's like I'm kind of not playing by yourself. You're kind of not serious about things sometimes. Like you don't, because you don't have to. You don't. Um, and I need to somehow impose that on myself, just for the rigor. Because there's a state of mind, there's like a mentality you need to have to be able to push through and play something from beginning to the end without any mistakes. There's a rigor to that, and like you can easily not, do that if you're just by yourself playing. And then that would become a habit, which I don't want that to be a habit. So to develop a good habit, I need to make a plan. But part of my problem is I want to play everything I was able to play before I had to stop. And like that's not going to happen without concerted effort and practice. So here we are. And the fact that I'm adding jazz to it on top of it, that adds another level of complexity. But I want to learn jazz alongside learning the classical. That's not an option for me, because I don't want to be stuck in one style of playing. While I'm learning, I want to learn both. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll be able to put these pencils away after I finish this. Another thing I can do. That's something I could do while I'm watching TV. Put my pencils away. Also, I was looking on YouTube to see if there were any clips or anything of the guy whose books I've been reading lately. And I noticed that there are, but you know me again, like my being suspicious. I thought about posting them to my wall, but it's like, you know what? Because like one is like it looks like there's an audiobook, but it's kind of posted by an individual, not a publisher or anything. So I'm kind of distrustful as to whether, like, is it abridged? Like, did they take some things out? Or is this person just trying to prove their own point? Or are they really posting the entire text? And so I think I've always been naturally distrustful. I don't trust people. It's like I love people, but I also know I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Because people have a way of just, even unintentionally, um, having a bias that causes them to do certain things. And when it comes to information that has a high level of importance or some level of importance, I don't want anybody fiddling with my information. I need integrity. Which is why I feel like I've been feeling a lot like I just want to spend less time online and more time reading books. I'm using that gray green light pencil, which I like using sometimes instead of the white because I don't know, it's somehow that little bit of like green in there does something that I can't explain. It's like a slight difference from the white that sometimes just really gives you what you need. It's a Prismacolor. If you can see that. It's a Prisma. I started doing the black, covering the black outlines, tracing them with the white last night. And I was like, I kind of like that. So I just kept doing it. It'll be good to finish this page. I need to do that. Let's use this weirdo green. But I need to do the... I was just thinking just now that maybe I should keep a practice journal for piano. I don't know, it's not like me to be that disciplined about it like that, documenting it, but maybe that's something I'm supposed to do. Green, green. I was also looking out the window today at what I call the lettuce bed. It's a bed where normally I put like things that are cool weather. I usually put lettuces there, lettuce and parsley, because they like it cool and they like extreme shade. And I need some kind of critter defense there because that doesn't have any fencing or anything around it. The bed's just there, and I could, even though it's like it is right next to the side door to the house, but while we're sleeping, I could see a deer coming up and just chomping it down, which I don't want to happen. And I wasn't thinking of planting lettuce and parsley for that reason this year, but now with the way, I don't know, the way things are going, I think, I think I do want it. So I'm just going to let the Lord lead me because I don't want to be doing any work for nothing, for it just to be undone. Orange gray. Orange gray? Okay, that's what this says. Orange gray. Like, okay, if you say so. I just want a little bit of shade somehow, and I don't know if this is doing it for me, but I think I'm gonna go into the kitchen in automaton mode. I'm just gonna go in, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Get the pot on, then turn on a movie and probably work downstairs. While that cooks. turn my hand. I really like this book. I really do. Oh, something down there I didn't color. I don't know what that is. I want to do a size 2. So today is day 19 of Lent, which means we're almost halfway through. Because there's 40 days. I guess you kind of got to do the whole thing now, huh? So let's. So I need to go in and thank you everyone for your comments on my videos. Because I've been having so many technical issues over the past month, I haven't gone in to actually reply because because things have been acting so stupid on my computer or my Chrome or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try and do this week, even today, to like go in and reply because I think I don't know. I think I figured out a way to deal with whatever's been acting wacky. So I need to do that. So apologies if I haven't responded to a comment that you made on any of my videos. Technology has me stressing out. It's not doing what I want it to do when I want it to do it. I kind of wish I'd left that, but like, I don't know. It didn't seem like it would be consistent if I didn't do the same thing. So it is what it is. Which makes me think of a song by this group that was called Adam Again. And is it Dig? I think the name of the song is Dig. And in one part of the song, there's one refrain they say, "It is what it is, what it is." I think I'm going to post that song. I think I got to listen to it. I might have to listen to the whole album. But it's like a whole mood. Okay, now we're starting a whole new trip of like little things to do. It's like, no, once I get started, I can't stop. And it's like, oh, but you got to do it through the whole thing. It's like, and then next thing you know, like that's my whole next trip, and I can't get off the boat. I'm gonna try and get off the boat. We need to do this. I need to do that. These swirly things. I can't quite wrap my head around them. By the time I finish the book, maybe I'll have a way to do them that makes sense to me, but every time I do these, I'm like, I don't know. Where's it begin? Where's it end? I don't understand. They must have had fun drawing these. I would like to see how they, like, when they actually draw it, like, how they do it. Yeah, because then this goes into that. So it's like, where does it end? I don't know where it ends. Mm-hmm. Do I want to? I'm going to try and make these match. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, so far it's the same. Third color. Where's it? Oh, excuse me. Oh, child. We're using a lot of this pencil. Eggplant. I need to put a graphite pencil through these guys. These sharpeners. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't do the other. I don't think I'm gonna either. This little thing, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna make it a different color. Like what? Like this. And then the turquoise. Although I could put the turquoise in, mix it with this, and make that gold. Talking about games, I actually have, of course, I used to play The Sims. And I actually have the first one, first, second, and I think I have the third. Definitely the first and second. I'm looking right now at the first one on CD, which I wonder if you can still play it from that. Because honestly, I think I'd rather do that than play it from the online thing, like on EA or whatever, Steam or whatever. I'd rather just play it just from my computer, from a CD. I don't have to worry then about anybody holding my stuff hostage. Okay, I'm starting not to be able to see that. Did the light change or something or what? It looks like it's kind of a small space to try and get something going in. Kind of think I want more eggplant actually. I love this color. You can always go over it with acrylic marker. Such a tiny thing to try and color in. Something's making noise. I don't know if that's inside or outside. Okay. Need to add something to that. It needs a little bit of zhuzh. Some zhuzh. Some zhuzh. Can we do that and not mess it up? Is it possible? Wait a minute, what's today? Today is the 8th. Next week. Oh, so that means next Tuesday I have an orthodontist appointment. Is it Tuesday? The 18th. Oh, shoot. Other computer went to sleep. It's 10 days from now. Yep. Just hoping it doesn't snow that day. Oh, snowstorm on the 18th, please. Oh, my husband would drive me. He's game. He's used to that. He'll drive in anything. Shoot, he used to drive in Houston. I'm telling you. That's one place I don't want to ever have to drive. That highway is crazy. I will drive. I will make sure everything I need to go to is on that main drag that begins with an R. I can't remember the name of it right now. But yep, even when we visited, I looked at everything from there, from the relationship from that road. That's all I need to know. And if there's nothing that I can't get to from that road, I don't need to know it. It's like like lights that change. Take care, Amy. Have a good rest of your day. Lights that change depending on whether there's a baseball or football game or not, and or what time of day it is or whatever. I think Atlanta has something like that too. But I don't know if it still does that. They used to have one that used to change depending on whether it was game day or not for, I think, for baseball, or was it football? One or the other. Yeah, no, too much for me. Show me all the back roads. All the back roads. Show me where everybody else isn't. That's the way I'm going. There's a little extra on that one. I don't know about this lettering. Pencil or acrylic marker. I don't think I don't know if fine point like a liner would go over the gel stick. I don't feel like fighting it either. Let's see, really, this back in the day, back a few years ago, the weather as it is today, I would be out in the yard inspecting and starting initial kind of looking at the garden beds, kind of weeding, kind of cleaning up a little bit, but using like old sticks and brush or whatever to cover up plants that might be coming up or where I know they are to give them some protection in case, for, frosts that we get between now and late spring. But see, now, I don't know. I gotta get my mind right thinking about ticks and things like that and dress appropriately. Or I gotta oil up with some neem oil when when I wake up. And I have specific clothes that I wear for outside. Put the neem oil all over me, then put on my clothes for going outside. Come inside, get rid of those clothes, inspect, make sure nothing got on me. Yeah, that's a whole ordeal just thinking about it. Because honestly, a shower after wouldn't be bad either, even if I didn't do a whole lot, just to make sure nothing's on me. Oh, just the thought. I don't like that thought. I'm telling you, the cats and dogs gave me so much courage. Because I don't think I would have been out there without them. I was out there because they liked me being out there. They would follow me everywhere, from bed to bed. They'd be right there. I was like, okay, she's moving now. This one now. Let's go move closer. Time to pick up. Find a new spot to lay down in the sun or the shade. I definitely need to do a lot of work on my herb bed though, because that spearmint has been just taken over. Probably should. I need to find something to do with that. But I also need to leave some down because it keeps, critters from trying to find a way into the basement, because you know how they, even if you think you have everything sealed up in an old house, they will find a way in if they can. But having mint at the base of the house keeps them, they don't want to, because even the very roots of it smell to them, and they're like, no, we're not messing with that. So I need to, but I need my oregano, and the spearmint is kind of overrunning the oregano. I tried to pull some of the spearmint out that was at the front of the garden bed because I want the spearmint to stay at the back. It was really taking over the front, and my oregano that I've had for, I don't know, I think probably 20 years was getting run out. And I didn't have enough last year to make oil. And I need my oregano oil. I really just use it to flavor food, and instead of using straight olive oil, I'll use that if it's something that I want to have, I want to season with oregano. I miss it. I'd also like to make more. I wish that basil was perennial because I love basil. But it is not perennial. Not here. Okay, I think that's as good as we're getting. I'm not doing. I don't know. I think it fits being just in pencil. So I'll just do a short of it either today or tomorrow. And this one is done. Day 18. This is today, 19. Oh wow, this is interesting. Lent day 19. Tempted. Third Sunday of Lent. Not to be tested. Taken to the highest peak of the temple, Jesus is tempted by Satan to throw himself off the peak and into the graves of the ancients and call upon the angels to rescue him. Satan even quotes scripture by memory, singing the Psalm of Moses. Jesus looks directly down the tomb of Zechariah ben Jehoiada, the high priest who was killed in the court of the temple by a mob led by King Joash for preaching that the people had to repent and remember the laws given by the cloud. Jesus simply replies, "The cloud is not to be tested." In 2 Chronicles 24, Matthew 4, and Luke 4. I'm going to read both of those, all of those today. They use the word cloud in this book as a metaphor, so because it's maybe in a way they incorporate Passover in the entire book, associating it with Lent because there is association with it, but the cloud as the presence of God. So high priest who was killed in the court of the temple by a mob led by King Joash. And they killed him because he was preaching that the people had to repent and remember the laws that were given by God. Interesting. Okay, well that is it for me. I'm going to start my dinner and things. Thank you all for joining me and have a good rest of your day. See you on the YouTube streets. Bye bye.